6.
So we've got ourselves Matt Asfar versus Nico Montes on stream. So we're going to be seeing a bit of a different style of team, at least on, I believe, Nico's side here with the Garlarian.
Oh, we got some Trick Room and some Speed Swap, probably.
Yeah, we got some Rabombi with the potential speed swap. We have Mudsdale, Hatterene, Grimmsnarl, and Duraludon. Meanwhile, on Matt's side, we have the Darmanitan, we have Gothitelle, Dragapult, Arcanine, Scrafty, and Whimsicott.
So we're seeing a lot of firsts on Nico's team. We haven't seen a Grimmsnarl yet, a Hatterene, or a Mudsdale. I hope we don't see the Grimmsnarl because I find it extraordinarily ugly. We haven't seen the Rabombi either, whereas on Matt's side of the field, we've seen all these Pokemon individually, but not built in that way. So we have a lot of counteracting Darmanitan, and Darmanitan puts a lot of work against Nico.
Right.
If you look at his team, he has no ice resist except for his own Darmanitan, and that gets very cleanly 2-hit KO'd by the Darm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only form of like real damage mitigation that is coming out here from Nico's end is going to be that Grimmsnarl, because he doesn't have anything like Intimidate, or, I mean, I guess he could raise his own stats with something like Max Steel Spike or Max Quake on Mudsdale, but yeah, not really any way of stopping that Darmanitan if he decides to just go ahead and lead it.
Yeah. So we are
getting into game 1 here.
Do we know Matt's Twitter?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't have it.
We got Nico leading off with Darmanitan and Grimmsnarl. Ew. Gothitelle and Darmanitan.
It's just so ugly.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl's he's like great Pokemon, but you know, like very very competitively viable. But Grimmsnarl, sorry dog, I'm sorry bro. It's just
gross.
Ew. Like
I hate
shiny
it.
Grimmsnarl doesn't make it any
Wait,
better
when was there a
either.
Gothitelle? I thought there was an Indeedee.
No, it was Gothitelle.
Oh my goodness, that changes everything.
But yeah, we just have Gothitelle coming out on
So
tournament.
Gothitelle Darmanitan is a lot of fun because it has live fake out, and Darmanitan can put out a lot of pressure against maybe the opposing Darmanitan and the Grimmsnarl. Both are 2-hit KO by Scarf Icicle Crash. Gothitelle can also Helping Hand to make the Icicle Crash destroy the Grimmsnarl unless the Grimmsnarl goes for Reflect. But instead the Grimmsnarl goes for Thunder Wave, showing the speed mechanics once again. A Thunder Wave reducing the Darmanitan's attack immediately, and Nico just doesn't
goes for
care.
a Rock Slide, but it misses.
The Rock Slide would have knocked out the Darmanitan.
Oh, absolutely. It does a ton of damage to Gothitelle. And
but it's a full para.
Full parad, and Gothitelle unfortunately does not get, or fortunately doesn't get flinched, and he actually goes for Trick Room.
Makes the Darm slower than the Darm. This turn is bonkers.
Yeah, this turn was very, very interesting interactions that we had come out here. So we had Thunder Wave come out, get the full para on Darmanitan, and Gothitelle avoiding the flinch, getting the Trick Room up. And now the paralysis means that Matt's Darmanitan is now faster.
And it can even get slower if it chooses to max and remove its choice card.
That's true. So we got some silly stuff going. And the thing is, Nico can't even switch out here. But the thing is, Nico does have that Grimmsnarl, which can possibly set up a Reflect here, mitigating Matt's
some of the
damage output.
The Rock Slide, and then Nico can also max his own Darmanitan to knock out the Gothitelle as soon as he can.
Right.
We see a Dynamax coming out. I don't know if that's from Nico or Matt.
I think this is Matt. I want to say this is Matt. Yes, I think it's Matt. Matt's Darmanitan. Now.
Oh my God!
So
big.
with Gorilla Tactics, does it get neutralized?
You don't have it anymore. Yeah. When
so
you
it's
Dynamax,
like Choice Band.
Yeah.
It's like Choice Band.
It is a Choice Band. It's
yeah. But I mean, like since it's an ability, I was wondering if it functioned differently.
It loses its attack boost when it Dynamaxes.
Right. Okay.
That's
so you can't
tend to.
Yeah. So you can switch moves and you don't get the boost. So it's like having a Choice Band.
Wait, I just have it.
Oh, he Helping Handed Max Rockfall.
I think. Nico paralyzed his own Darmanitan!
Oh, but unfortunately losing the tie.
No, there's no tie because the...
Right,
So Matt's Darmanitan going for the Dynamax. That turn was excellent. I love this game.
What a crazy set of turns we had to start this game. Honestly, we got some big brain plays coming out.
Nico's side... Nico, I'm so sorry, dude. That was just so funny.
No, it's fun. No, this is actually super entertaining.
Nico's side paralyzes Darmanitan, so he had a chance of rock sliding before the Darmanitan, but the Darmanitan on Matt's side of the field Dynamax to dodge and just destroyed the thing.
Yeah, Darmanitan. You know, despite Darmanitan being one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, normally with that Choice Scarf, it's now immensely slowed itself down here.
So slow. The Mudsdale puts in a lot of work at the moment. If the Mudsdale's inner focus, it'll be immune to this Intimidate.
But it is stamina.
See? It is not inner focus. Doesn't it have another one?
Own tempo.
Yeah, that's worthless. That would also be immune to Intimidate. So
yeah.
that confirms that it's stamina. Mudsdale, Dynamax coming out from the Mudsdale. Possibly. Does Grimmsnarl get beat up?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It wouldn't get priority either. Actually, no, it wouldn't get. No, it doesn't get priority anyway. Duh. It's an attacking move. But Grimmsnarl gonna go for Reflect here. Gonna mitigate the damage coming out from that Darmanitan.
Darmanitan is still slower than the Mudsdale. Mudsdale getting a max steel spike boosts his defense even further. So with the Reflect and the max steel spike, it's taking less than half of the damage it would have before. And if the Darmanitan hits the
Mudsdale actually being slower than Darmanitan.
Yeah.
Well,
and
faster under Trick
That's not
Room,
going to do
slower.
that much, and then that's going to boost his defense even more.
Yeah. Yeah, see, here's the thing about Mudsdale. Mudsdale can be a very, very annoying Pokemon to deal with under Trick Room, especially since you have the option for Max Steel Spike to boost your defenses, Stamina to boost your defenses, and then you have the option to keep spamming Max Quake, which boosts your special defense.
And Body Press, Max Fighting to boost your attack too. Mudsdale is like one of the perfect stat boost Pokemon.
Yeah, it's one of the best like Dynamax Pokemon to have under Trick Room, because you can make it unkillable, or you can make it so it kills everything.
And a really fun way to play it is to give it those 3 attacks, and then a Chesto-Berry with Rest.
Oh, so you can get that
recovery. Boost everything up and then just rest it back up, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you pair that with Recovery, and Mudsdale just becomes the
unkillable monster.
The tank.
Has to do his best. So there hasn't really been that much damage coming out from Nico, besides to his own Darmanitan. We have to recognize that he's in this position right now because he missed that Rock Slide against the Darmanitan.
Yeah, that Rock Slide miss is crucial.
It's not really that Nico's misplayed at this point, maybe by not maxing his Darm, but he probably wanted to max the Mudsdale instead. So ultimately, like, the Rock Slide miss was really unfortunate. Max Rock coming out from the Mudsdale, that probably doesn't knock it out because it's intimidated. Yeah, that would have knocked it out if it wasn't maxed.
Yeah, interesting play to go for Max Rockfall over Max Steel Spike, because I think Max Steel Spike would have not only done more damage, but also would have given Mudsdale another attack or defense
It would have done the same amount of damage, I think, depending on the base power of the moves, right?
Yeah, because would Heavy Slam calc the same way as something like Water Spout?
I think it's a base 130.
Yeah, I think it must be like one of the flat base powers.
Well, Trick Room is still up. I don't really get that Max Rock. Maybe it was to cover. It was maybe to cover an Arcanine switch,
potentially,
or to at least do a little bit more there. Darmanitan's no longer max. So, like, the other thing is there was no real reason to do that against the Darm instead of hitting the Scrafty. If the Darmanitan would just get knocked out this turn anyway.
Right.
But now he can knock out the Darmanitan even if the Scrafty switches to another Intimidate.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah, Scrafty, like, honestly, Nico's in a position where he can just kind of ignore Scrafty, because Scrafty is not really doing a whole lot.
And if Grimmsnarl has a fairy move, it just kills the Scrafty.
Yeah, so it's really not a high priority at all. And meanwhile, Darmanitan is still slower, susceptible to being knocked out here by the Mudsdale, which is just it's going to keep on boosting. Is Mudsdale a -1 attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Scrafty came in with Intimidate. So if Matt wanted to, he could switch out Scrafty to try and get another Intimidate off and potentially have fake out pressure for later.
But the Darmanitan still gets knocked out.
It does.
Even to this max Knuckle, honestly, because it lost its max. Putting its damage back to neutral and potentially going for the knockout against the Scrap Crit should not have mattered. Yeah. And then potentially... Ooh, boosting the Grimmsnarl's attack too, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then maybe...
Grimmsnarl's offenses are definitely pretty
good. And it's got a +1 defense boost, right? Yeah, I don't get why he didn't Steel Spike the turn he really...
Yeah, I mean... I want to say that it has something to do with Sandstorm, but it really doesn't have to do anything with Sandstorm at this point. Everything gets chipped. Oh, here's Spirit Break, which is that fairy move. And we're going to see the Spirit Break into Scrafty, which is the Roselli Berry.
Which should keep it alive because the Intimidate from the Scrafty before reduces the attack of the Grimmsnarl, so the attack boost just brought it back to neutral. So the Roselli Berry is going to knock it out. But now that Trick Room is up, Grimmsnarl can still press Thunder Wave against stuff. Not against the Scrafty, but against other stuff. And I believe the Mudsdale's max is over now. I really wish it had another defense boost instead of the
Sandstorm.
Sand, though. Sand also is kind of like hurting his own Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, it's just getting a lot of extra chip damage that's not really needed. But we're gonna see Arcanine come in here. Gonna bring another Intimidate onto the
Yeah.
Mudsdale, so kind of neutralizing the max.
No.
Wait a minute, there is no Intimidate.
Is there a win? Oh, okay. So that means
There's
that
a
probably means
Whimsicott.
and a Dragapult. Both of them probably have beat up on that side of the field. That not being an Intimidate matters, but not like that much. We probably have a Duraludon in the back for Nico because Hatterene and Ribombay at this point would be weird.
I think Hatterene is still,
Hatterene could
you know,
make sense,
I mean,
yeah.
Hatterene's still. Well, I would say
Actually,
Hatterene.
Ribombay would make sense too.
Yeah, I would say Hatterene has some usefulness since it's a fairy type going up against Scrafty.
Yeah.
Psychic Stab is still really nice here, but I mean we did see the Spirit Break come out from Grimmsnarl, so Nico does have the fairy type damage kind of covered here with Grimmsnarl.
You could Thunderwave the Arcanine right now and then try to knock out the Scrafty with the Mudsdale, or even honestly go for a rest if he has it. I really hope he does. That's the coolest thing the Mon does. Boosting stamina against the Mudsdale even further. I don't know if that was worth it.
Yeah, I mean the thing about potentially Mudsdale's last move yet is we haven't seen Max Quake. I don't think we've seen
Definitely
Max
has
Quake.
Max Quake.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't have something like Rest.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've seen
we
Steel
saw it.
Spike, Knuckle, Rockfall.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it likely still has high horsepower. Yep, as we see right now.
Yeah, fair enough. The high horsepower
Still gonna do a
just
clean knockout. Oh yeah, because he didn't get intimidated.
So he's at neutral still.
Yeah.
And the Scrafty's probably like offensive, or the Arcanine's probably offensive.
Yeah. So not having any bulk.
That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, we had the Goth in the back for Matt. We've seen that it does have a live fake on. There is the Hatterene. Okay. If you're in Nico's shoes, do you just Trick Room and then knock out the Scrafty with the Mudsdale?
I mean, I think if you're in Nico's shoes, you're in a very, very good position.
I just want to know how to do it the cleanest, and I think it's Trick Room and then knock out the Scrafty with the Mudsdale.
I mean, do you even need to Trick Room here?
I mean, it's effectively the same thing for the Hatterene.
Yeah.
And if he somehow gets knocked out to a Drain Punch crit, you want to be able to have Trick Room up.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, we're actually gonna see Poison Jab come out.
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, this is gonna do a bit of damage to Hatterene.
That's actually a lot.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of damage, but no poison, which is good. High horsepower going into Gothitelle.
Fails to knock
not
it
enough
out.
to knock it
Ooh,
out.
but the Gleam
Dazzling
does.
Gleam, yeah.
If that was a berry from the Goth, that shield wouldn't have done anything. Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to be game one,
Game one for
going to Nico.
Responding to the Rock Slide miss in the early game, but preserving his damage.
They're just doing a really good job of getting that Mudsdale in a prime position for Hatterene just to kind of come in and clean up those last two KOs. So we're setting up game two right now for you guys. So we'll be right back as we get that set up. All right, we are back with game two. Just to go over the teams real quick again, we got Darmanitan, Gothitelle, Dragapult, Arcanine, Scrafty, and Whimsicott versus Nico's Darmanitan, Ribombay, Mudsdale, Hatterene, Grimmsnarl, and Duraludon.
The last game was a treat. It was honestly so funny. We saw that Nico was able to put a lot of pressure out of his Mudsdale, especially since the Matt set up Trick Room for him with the Gothitelle. I think it's I mean, I understand why he did, because the Darmanitan got but the Darmanitan hadn't been paralyzed yet.
Yes.
So Matt might try to adjust by not going for a Trick Room, maybe instead opting into his beat-up strategy, and then try to maybe take out knockouts early game with the beat-up strategy, and then pivot into Trick Room later. I'm not really sure. It seems like Nico has a lot of good damage to deal with a lot of Matt's Pokemon. The Mudsdale being the scariest, since Matt Matt doesn't really have a way to get rid of Dynamax Mudsdale particularly easily.
Yeah, especially if once it starts getting boosted.
Yeah, that's the problem with fighting against opposing Mudsdale. Like, they really snowball.
Yeah, if you don't have anything to deal with Mudsdale, it can, yeah, like you said, it can just kind of snowball out of control. And once it starts getting the boost, it just becomes harder and harder to take down. And we still don't know if Nico has any way of healing the Mudsdale. So if Nico decides to bring something that can potentially heal the Mudsdale, that could be even a much bigger problem for
Rabombe
Matt.
gets Pollen Puff.
Yeah, so like, here we see Rabombe here.
And Mudsdale. And I know that what we will see here, and you don't have, I'm telling you what we're going to see here, is Speed Swap on the Rabombe into the Mudsdale.
But without any form of, I don't know, I guess redirection or mitigation, we could potentially see a beat up here from
Beat up should
Whimsicott.
probably come out as well. But the funny thing is going to be that the Mudsdale is going to be base like 126 speed.
Yeah, it's going to be very
Something
fast.
stupid. And he's going to be able to move first. So he can just hit the Arcanine right now. Which is hilarious. So we saw the high horsepower knock out the Arcanine. If Rabombe speed swaps into the Mudsdale, high horsepower knocks out the Arcanine. And Whimsicott has to Tailwind to deal with that.
Yeah, we
so
saw
have to Tailwind protect.
Yeah, we saw how the high horsepower actually from Mudsdale at neutral was able to knock out that Arcanine. But
Yeah,
if we're
so
going to see a
Max Quake will
Dynamax here, so
easily do it.
Max Quake easily going to do it. And that special defense boost is actually going to be really nice
You
for
might actually want to
Mudsdale.
max Rock this turn into the Arcanine, because that will knock it out with the boost, and then that'll break
Sash, yeah, with
and then
the
he can max
Sandstorm.
steal it.
Yeah.
Speed Swap coming in before the Tailwind.
Well, that means Whimsicott didn't go for Tailwind.
It
Because
did
Speed
not,
Swap, yeah, 'cause
exactly.
Speed Swap
So-
doesn't have priority.
Yeah, so he went for the beat up, and then Max Quake just goes bop.
Yeah.
Arcanine is gone, and the Whimsicott whiffs its beat up. I love Speed Swap. It's so funny.
And now both of these Pokemon getting special defense boosts, which is really nice here. But, you know, I mean, I guess the majority of Matt's team is physical attackers, so, I mean, maybe not coming into play
Bop.
too much. But, yeah, beat up just failing because it has no target.
Nope. And that's a devastating blow for Matt, since his team is hinged on getting the beat up into the Arcanine. I don't think he really saw the speed swap coming.
Yeah.
The Rabombe is now like base 30 speed or something. And the
Now-
Mudsdale is super fast.
Now, if you switch out Rabombe and switch it back in, does it regain its original speed stat?
yeah,
Okay,
it's
so,
just, yeah.
yeah.
So you see the way Nico tried to build his team. He has a speed swap mode and a fast mode with the speed swap Rabombe into the Mudsdale with the Darmanitan and the Whimsicott and the Duraludon. You know, he's a fast mode, and he also has a Trick Room mode with the Mudsdale too. So you can tell he really like crafted the team for the Mudsdale. Whereas Matt has a lot of things to help his Arcanine, but unfortunately for him, his Arcanine just
It's gone, yeah. Wow, Ice Punch from Darmanitan, a critical hit. That does a ton of damage
Wait, why does it add so much? Why did it take so much damage?
because it got critical hit.
No, before that. Was that at full?
Yeah.
Whoa, Darm's so strong.
Wait, was it at full?
I think so. It didn't get
Yeah,
hit.
it was at full. Wow. Yeah, Darmanitan's really strong.
It's like, wait, what happened?
I mean, critical hit, but still, Darmanitan is crazy. But yeah, as
Flash
you
knock
said.
out Mudsdale, maybe? No.
Oh yeah, we didn't see Pollen Puff. Oh right, because Rabombe's slow.
super slow.
Yeah.
It might have side Pollen Puff.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, it's going to be Pollen Puffing into nothing. Oh, we're going to speed swap again. Oh,
To
speed
make
swap with the Whimsicott
So
slower.
now the Rabombe is base 116 speed. Whimsicott still has Prankster, but it does make its Moonblast significantly worse.
But it also gives Rabombe back its speed.
To go into the Duraludon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, Nico is so cool.
Yeah, Rabombe actually getting its speed back here is pretty big because now it has the option to just go ahead and outspeed and KO the Scrafty with Moonblast.
Yeah.
And
And
Duraludon here actually can now outspeed the Whimsicott. And
Yeah,
hit
he
it.
doesn't even need the speed swap. He's already faster than the Whimsicott.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Nico
now-
is so cool.
Really, Nico getting creative with the speed swaps here, and I love it.
He's just pressing buttons, and they're doing cool things, and I really like it.
Yeah, Rabombe just, you know, putting in work with not even clicking attacks at this point, just kind of clicking speed swap and hoping for the best. Just making his Pokemon fast, making the opponent's Pokemon slow. It's just a really cool dynamic to see.
And the best part with this game, even he's impressed. But
Yeah. Even the NPCs are like, man,
That
this
was
guy's pretty
so
good.
sick,
This guy's
yeah.
pretty good.
The best part about this, though, is that... Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess Nico... Or he had it...
Yeah,
Matt
Matt
had
has a
not
Dynamax, yeah.
yet. So Duraludon's not getting knocked out this turn, which is cool.
I guess
Scrafty
neither is
isn't
Scrafty.
either.
Because he has the Roselli Berry, remember?
Yeah, he does. That's fair. He's trying to get... What's he doing? Oh, yeah, because of Duraludon's in.
Well, now he can't fake out because he Dynamaxed.
But yeah.
He can Max Knuckle for a bit of an extra attack, but he's just going to protect, possibly scouting for the fake out there.
Yeah, most likely. Max Knuckle into the Duraludon, though, will be really strong for the Scrafty right now.
Yeah, Max Knuckle will still be really good because it hits through Protect. But instead we're going to see Max Ooze.
Does that boost the special attack on the Whimsicott?
Yeah, but it doesn't do a whole lot to Rabombe. Critical hit. Wow, Matt just getting a whole bunch of critical hits.
Now, the question is whether... I don't think Whimsicott with Mudsdale's base speed will outrun Rabombe with Whimsicott's base speed and Tailwind. It should still outrun Duraludon unless the Mudsdale has 0 speed IVs. This is so annoying.
Because there's so many different speed stats and exchanges that we have to keep track of. All we know is that Whimsicott is really slow.
Whim slow, Rabombe fast, Duraludon faster. No, then Whimsicott, but slower than Rabombe.
Yes. And Scrafty's just kind of here.
It's not going to take too much damage from this Moonblast. It'll probably do like 30%.
Yeah, won't do a whole lot at all. Yeah, like 35%.
The Max Ooze again. I don't feel like I like the Max Ooze. I want to see.
This won't KO.
No,
never mind.
it super will because that last previous damage was through Protect. Whimsicott's at +2 special attack, which is kind of crazy. So that Moonblast is actually do a healthy amount to Duraludon.
But Flash Cannon now going to go into the Scrafty. Does a little bit of damage. Moonblast. This will do a little
like
bit.
80.
That did a lot.
That's
a critical hit. Wait. Okay. So Matt. Well, depending on what Nico's last Pokemon is, this is definitely doable for Matt.
I think it was doable even without the crit.
Oh, it's gonna be.
It was doable without the crit. It
Yeah.
didn't need the crit because it's a Grimmsnarl.
Yeah.
Because he's at +2. He was gonna knock it out with the Scrafty. With the Duraludon, the Scrafty outruns the Duraludon in Tailwind.
Yes.
So he would have knocked that out because the speed swaps did not interact. And then he saw the Moonblast. I don't think that crit mattered. That was just cool.
Yeah. And now we're gonna see another.
Why is he doing that?
Another Mac. Well, because it's super effective.
Duh, because it's against this guy.
Yeah, it's super effective. Grimmsnarl being very
and if we see that the Whimsicott goes before the Grimmsnarl, we know that that crit really did not matter.
Yeah. Oh, Grimmsnarl actually moving before Whimsicott.
Okay, so Mudsail's just mad slow then. Yeah, I guess the Mudsail is
really
literally
slow.
speed stat 30.
Yeah.
Which means the Whimsicott's at 60 speed right now. I don't think that crit mattered though. I still think the Scrafty was just faster than the Duraludon in Tailwind.
I don't know. I guess.
If it was, that shouldn't have mattered. That was cool. All the speed swaps were kind of exciting. Yeah, that was fun.
Yep. Entertaining game, and that means with Matt taking this game, we're going into game 3. So we're gonna get that set up for you guys real quick, and we'll be back. All right, guys, we are back for game 3. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens.
Yeah,
at this
honestly,
point.
I don't even care. I just want to watch.
We're just gonna have to see what happens here. We've seen some speed swap shenanigans. We've seen a lot of different stuff
We've
go down.
seen T-Wave and we've seen side T-Wave into the Scarf Darm to outrun the Paralyzed Darm and Trick Room that Dynamax to remove its choice Scarf to be able to go for. Like, come on, guys.
Wait.
This set is weird.
Yeah, this set is crazy. It's different, and I am loving it. You know, even though like it's just been fun. Like, and I guess I'm really interested to see how these players will adapt. Because Mudsdale wasn't really a factor that last game.
I think Matt just needs to consider the speed swap a bit better. I know he won the last game, but he lost his Arcanine early and still managed to come out on top. If he protected with the Arcanine and Tailwinded, then he would have been able to side beat up in front of the Rabombe Mudsdale.
Right.
So I think we might see that adjustment from Matt going into this game. He doesn't really want to just lose his Arcanine for free for no reason again. And if he Tailwinds, he'll be able to get the knockouts that he wants. So honestly, I think that Matt, if he doesn't lose the Arcanine, comes out on top in this exchange.
Yeah, I think Matt definitely going to be looking for that beat up onto that Arcanine this turn. And
it looks like it's a turn 2 beat up for me. I think if he just Tailwinds, then he doesn't die immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, with this turn, I wonder if we're going to see, the Tailwind or beat up strategy this game. And we're actually going to see, we're just going to see the turn 1 Dynamax.
Nico.
Yeah, the Max from Nico is going to go for the Mudsdale again. Probably just going to go for Speed Swap again, try to get this Mudsdale to be fast as possible. Like we saw last game, we do have to, he does have to be careful of the Arcanine being KO'd here just outright by a Speed Swap followed by a Max Quake.
Yeah, there's a Tailwind, but the Arcanine didn't protect. It was supposed to protect.
It was supposed to protect.
And the Rabombe didn't speed swap. Wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry, the Tailwind happened.
Yeah. So both of these Pokemon
the Rabombe can still speed swap.
Yep, so going for the speed swap into the Mudsdale. I guess that speed change isn't going to be taking a whole lot of effect this turn, but instead Nico just going for the Max Steel Spike into the Whimsicott, potentially predicting the Arcanine to protect.
That's not great, because the beat-up can still happen now.
Yeah, but this does give Nico's Mudsdale a defense boost, which I guess is nice. But the thing is, like, if you do get the beat up onto Arcanine, yeah, you're at +4 attack, but, Mudsdale now has boosted its defenses.
It's at +1.
Yeah, it's boosted its defenses by 1 stage. But, Arcanine's not doing a whole lot against Mudsdale. I mean, you have Flare Blitz.
The Mudsdale will eat.
Yes, and it will get another defense boost on top of that.
The Mudsdale will eat. And I want to say it will knock out the Arcanine with Max Quake.
Oh, Max Quake for sure.
And then the Rabombe can knock out the Whimsicott. Rabombe does get well, the Whimsicott will be attacking the Arcanine. The Arcanine will be attacking the Mudsdale.
Right.
And then the Rabombe should still be free. Yeah. But the Rabombe could press Ally Switch.
Ally Switch is also a possibility. We haven't seen that yet. But
we've only seen Speed Swap.
Yeah.
He's pressed it like 9 times.
Actually, we've seen Moonblast too.
Oh, we did see Moonblast,
yeah. So Dynamax coming out here from
Big
Matt's
Dog.
Arcanine. We see the Big Doggo once again. I feel like we've seen like justified Arcanine plus Whimsicott, and we just haven't seen it do a whole lot all day.
No,
I wonder if we're finally going to see like the successful beat-up strategy.
We see it. That's the first time we've hit our own dog.
Yeah, that's actually
literally the first time we've hit our own dog all day.
We're beating up Arcanine successfully.
Well, that's because we don't want to hit our own dogs.
Yeah.
That's not okay. It's not justified to hit our own dogs.
Okay. I mean, I guess
the ends do not justify the means.
All right, let's calm down.
All right, well, that dog is a +1 billion. He crit himself.
Crits his own Arcanine. We're just seeing so many unnecessary critical hits here.
I don't think that will knock out the Mudsdale.
Yeah, but this +4 Max Flare going into Mudsdale, well...
That didn't do anything.
Yeah, like you said, Mudsdale is going to eat.
Yum.
And going to get the defense boost on top of it.
That defense boost matters now. I thought it would take more damage than that.
I wonder if this Max Quake is going to be able to do enough.
I think it does.
I mean, I'm judging by high horsepower's damage
on
neutral. Yeah, Arcanine. I mean, you got 1. Arcanine, after it's been a long day for Arcanine and Whimsicott. Getting 1 is
6 rounds of Swiss, a single +4 hit with the Arcanine.
Yeah. I mean, you honestly hate to see it as an Arcanine.
That mon sucks.
As an Arcanine
player.
And we do see these actually the Pollen Pup going into Whimsicott.
Wait, why? No.
I mean, that's still two free KOs for Nico.
No, make the Mudsdale big.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of bad because considering Rabombe is
it's
still slow as molasses, so it's not going to be able to side pollen puff if it stays in.
The Darm. No.
Yeah, because now Darmanitan potentially not. Well, I mean, Mudsdale is still a +2 defense.
Oh, who cares?
I mean, at this point, we saw how big Darmanitan is.
Actually, that's fair. Darm is a strong boy.
Yeah.
That probably knocks out the Mudsdale, but like, Rabombe knocks out the Scrafty. Rabombe could switch out to get its speed boost back, go into this Grimmsnarl perhaps to
The
eat
problem
a
is
fake
the
out.
problem is it's not fast anymore because now Darmanitan with the Choice Scarf
That's
has the ability to just knock it out.
Yeah, so I think the Rabombe switching out to the Grimmsnarl makes a lot of sense, though. To take a fake out. Even
Oh,
though
but you
the
could Thunder Wave.
Rabombe is immune to fake out flinches, but it still
Not
takes
immune-
the
not
damage
immune
from
to
the
the
fake
damage.
out. Ice Punch into the Mudsdale and knock that. It didn't. No, I love this game.
Mudsdale's big.
So now Thunder Wave will make it so the Mudsdale is, or actually who cares? It just killed it.
Yeah, Mudsdale's just going to get rid of this Darmanitan.
It didn't do anything.
So we're just not going to see any KOs coming out here. So these Pokemon just not as big as we thought.
Ones suck.
The damage is definitely not as big as we were anticipating.
Nico just needs to hit his Thunder Wave.
Yeah, hitting Thunder Wave here would be
Actually,
fantastic.
does he even care? Because he has 2 Fairy types still. He could just double target the Mudsdale.
Well, we haven't
the
seen.
Darmanitan.
We haven't seen his last Pokemon.
Well, we
yet.
know he still has the Rabombe though.
Yeah, he has Rabombe, but his last Pokemon we don't know if it's.
No,
gonna
but
be...
I'm saying that didn't even matter. If he just double targeted the Darmanitan with the 100% accurate moves, with the Spirit Break and the Heavy Slam, he would have guaranteed the knockout on the Darm, and then the Rabombe and the Mudsdale beat the Scrafty with their fairy moves, and it doesn't even matter what his last is, and he doesn't have to risk missing.
Well, I think in this particular situation we might. Well, actually, no. Rabombe is probably the better Pokemon. to bring
Rabombe's
in here.
faster. Like if you just hit both into the Mudsdale or into the Darmanitan, assuming I think
The Spirit Break will redirect into the Scrafty.
yeah,
And
or if he killed the Mudsdale like he did, he just kills the Darmanitan, and then he has Moonblast, Spirit Break to knock out the Scrafty. I don't know why he had to risk the Thunder Wave.
So we're gonna see Pollen Puff gonna heal the Grimmsnarl.
Okay, I just think Nico's getting greedy. I don't know what he's doing.
But yeah, just gonna go for the Spirit Break into the Darmanitan. Easy knockout here. I mean, I guess Nico figures that, you know, he probably has another Pokemon in the back that can deal with Scrafty.
Yeah, it's locked. It's
And even
all get
yeah,
out.
even like Grimmsnarl can deal with Scrafty at this point, thanks to the health regained from.
And then
Pollen
pop, Moonblast into.
Yeah, Moonblast
Spirit
will break the
Break.
Roselli Berry, do a ton of damage, and then Spirit Break will be enough to clean up the Scrafty.
So that is a wrap. That should be top. Nico making it the top cut with 5-1. That man is so impressed. He saw this battle and he's just like, okay. All right. I'm calling it early because I don't know why we have another turn after this. Personally,
I don't think we do.
yeah, we do because we pollen puffed.
Oh, he Pollen Puffed again.
I don't know why. We
Yeah,
could have won
I'm not-
2 turns ago.
We could have easily just wrapped up this game a couple turns ago.
It's
but-
all right. Whatever. He wants his Pokemon healthy because he loves them.
Because we definitely saw Moonblast from Rabombe.
Yeah, he just loves his Pokemon. That's okay. I love his Pokemon too, except the Grimmsnarl. The
we've
Grimmsnarl
already-
deserves that.
We've already established that we're not big fans of Grimmsnarl, but you know, respect what it does. I respect what Grimmsnarl does.
I respect the grind, the hustle. You know, Grimmsnarl hits the gym.
Doesn't do leg day very much.
No,
though. He's very
or
very,
torso day.
Yeah, very top heavy.
Very slim.
He's slimmer on the waist, but you know, finally he's gonna click the Moonblast button and get rid of the Scrafty, and that is gonna be it.
One has
Nico.
to ask, why did he pollen puff?
Yeah, at this point, like, why? Like, it's not like you were preserving a 4-0 or anything. So, like, at this point, like, it's just I don't know.
Either way, Nico takes it in with a very fun set, a very strong win, putting himself in the top cut with 5-1. Congrats to Matt on his 4-2 finish, guaranteed points at the DMV MSS. We'll be taking